Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. I'm here with John Velasquez, and it is Friday, the day before the Florida Derby. We have 11 races we're going to look at. Let's get right to those track and weather conditions.
We start the afternoon with the fast main track and a firm turf course. Temperatures in the mid-80s here today. First of 11 on the Friday program over the turf at 5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 5 Red Creme, a field of 6. Favorites included 1 Global Magician and 3 Bonsai Charge. Racing at Gulfstream. Good start on the outside for Escapist and Jive Daddy. Down at the inside, here's speed from Global Magician, who's away in the top flight today. And Global Magician puts ahead in front. Jive Daddy is second. The Old Man, Party All Night Long, rein back to run third. From the outside, that's Escapist in fourth. And the 2 at the back are Bonsai Charge and More Mia. They make their way to the far turn. Global Magician on the inside, Jive Daddy to the outside. Their heads apart up front. Racing from third is Party All Night Long to his outside, and racing on from fourth now. And trying to put in a charge is Escapist. 2 back to More Mia, and dropping anchor the trailer, Bonsai Charge. They run to the top of the stretch. Quarter time, 21-2, and here's a move from Escapist on the outside. Escapist has the lead now from Jive Daddy. Party All Night Long swung into the clear to try to punch home with More Mia. With an eighth of a mile to go, Escapist is wandering, but he has the lead. Here's More Mia with a late push, and Jive Daddy is on the inside. Escapist is almost there. Late run from More Mia, time ticking away, and Escapist springs the upset. More Mia second, third, Jive Daddy fourth, Global Magician in 55-3. Upset winner to start the Friday program, number 7, Escapist, springs the upset under strong handling from Tyler Gaffleone. Trained by Robert Falcone Jr., Escapist owned by Robert Falcone Sr. Second, 4, More Mia, ahead of the 6, Jive Daddy, who ran third. To the second race now at 1 mile over the main track. Maiden Claimers in for a $25,000 price tag. A field of 7 went postward, hammered to the odds-on favorite on the drop in class, number 5, Collective Wisdom. They're off. Poor beginning for Just Perfect, spotted the leaders about 4 lengths out of the gate. Collective Wisdom was away well. Champion's Maternal is showing speed. Down at the inside, Fantastic Kitten's not far away. And Diamond Square makes it a party. 5 horses across the track as they run out of the chute. Venezuelan King will set up shop from second last, and the trailer is the slow starting Just Perfect. They exit this 1 mile chute with less than 6 furlongs to go. The opening quarter was a contested 23-4. Fantastic Kitten and Nicky Figueroa lead the way a half a length. Out in the center, Collective Wisdom is the favorite, and he's poised to strike while second. From third, it's Diamond Square. From fourth, that's Taken to Church. Venezuelan King improves with an inside lane, working a length in front of Champion's Maternal, and nothing yet from Just Perfect. Past the half mile and kicking to the far turn. The half mile strong, 46-2. And here's a bid from Collective Wisdom up to the leader, Fantastic Kitten, from third and Taken to Church. Others working awfully hard, led by Diamond Square and Venezuelan King as they run past the 5/16. Joel Rosario and Collective Wisdom now starting to impose their will here. They're at the quarter pole with a length and a half lead. Fantastic Kitten is all in second, Taken to Church and all in third. Diamond Square is fourth after 3 quarters in 1:10-1. They turn for the money. Collective Wisdom way out in the center, but has the lead and begins to move away. Fantastic Kitten is left behind second. Third is Diamond Square, then Taken to Church and all the others. But if you back the favorite, you can run to the windows. Here's Collective Wisdom easily. Collective Wisdom by 5 or 6 in the end. Up second, Diamond Square. Third goes to Fantastic Kitten ahead of Taken to Church and Champion's Maternal in 1:36-2. Number 5, Collective Wisdom, proves too much racehorse inside the final quarter of a mile, draws away for an easy score under confident handling from Joel Rosario for trainer Ralph Nix and owner Melody Hicks and Nikki Hannon. Second was 4, Diamond Square. Third was number 2, Fantastic Kitten. We'll take a brief time out. We'll be back with more great racing action on a Friday from Gulfstream right after this.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
We're all working together for the same purpose.
Back now for race number 3 on turf at a mile and a 16th. Maiden Claimers in for a price tag of $75,000. Scratch the 3 and 4. The favorite was the 5, Gilded Warrior. And they're off. From the inside, Helmet Head begins nicely. Up on the outside, Long Night is showing speed. Away third is Rollin' Smoke with Gilded Warrior. And down inside, Talk Less. So they run to the first turn, and John Velasquez and Helmet Head have inside position and a narrow lead. Long Night racing from second, while out in the 3-path now. Racing from third, and down inside, Talk Less. Then Gilded Smoke, and the trailer is Rollin' Smoke. Around the first turn they go. Helmet Head has the lead. He's trying to do as slow as he can up front. He leads it a half a length over on the outside. Long Night second. Gilded Warrior is together with Talk Less at the inside, and 2 lengths to Rollin' Smoke. Up the backstretch they go. On the inside, Helmet Head stretching out in distance today. He leads it by a head over the second-time starter, and on the outside, second, Long Night. Stretch of 3.5 to Gilded Warrior. He gets a good run of it behind the speed third. Then down at the inside, Talk Less is fourth. And Rollin' Smoke, the late runner, is last of the 5 through a 48-second half mile. So the second quarter was quicker than the first with less than half a mile to go. And up the inside, it's Helmet Head with a narrow lead. Long Night alongside second, Gilded Warrior is third. He starts to tack on a bit. From fourth is Talk Less. He's asked to quicken, not doing it yet. And Rollin' Smoke begins to stoke the fire from the last position as they run to the top of the stretch. Long Night on the outside, Helmet Head on the inside. Their heads apart. Gilded Warrior given the green light to go after the top pair third. Rollin' Smoke and a bit tight while fourth, then Talk Less as they turn in. Helmet Head and Long Night continue to battle. Gilded Warriors over the top from fourth and Rollin' Smoke. Final furlong. Long Night with a narrow lead. Rollin' Smoke rolling on the inside and Gilded Warrior on the outside. It's still a Long Night with a narrow lead. Gilded Warrior with a late push on the outside. It's a photo finish. Very close on the money between Gilded Warrior and Long Night in 141 and 4. 5 Gilded Warrior wins race number 3 under Luis Saez for trainer Sid Attard and owner Abraham Hadid and Janet Attard. 6 Long Night second, 7 Rollin' Smoke third. Fourth race, 7.5 furlongs over the turf, an allowance optional claimer with a field of 6. The betting favorite number 3, Liberty Kitten. They're in the gate. And they're off. From the outside, My Country gets the first call with Moon Over Paris and Regan's Odyssey away in the top flight. Here's the favorite Liberty Kitten moving closer. Camaria taken in hand and dropping over to trail is Bygone Days as they run into the first turn. My Country won the start but will land fourth. The leader is Regan's Odyssey by a length and a half. Moon Over Paris is second. Camaria is a joint third. Liberty Kitten's on her outside. Then back to My Country, wrangled back here by jockey Nick Juarez to race at the back of the field alongside Bygone Days through the opening quarter in a pokey 25 and 2. Into the backstretch they go. Regan's Odyssey and jockey Luca Panici call the shots with a length and a half to work with. Over second running Moon Over Paris. On the outside in Liberty Kitten third. Camaria is in range fourth. Then Bygone Days and My Country. They go to the half-mile mark of the race, and up front, Regan's Odyssey's been allowed to play the game her way. She leads it by a length and a half. Moon Over Paris, the nearest pursuer, second through a 50-second half-mile. From third, it's Liberty Kitten. From fourth, it's Camaria, then Bygone Days, and My Country. Around the far turn they go. Regan's Odyssey will have to face challenges from Liberty Kitten and Moon Over Paris. And at the quarter pole, the pace intensifies, and Moon Over Paris takes the lead. On the outside, and Liberty Kitten right with her second. Bygone Days and Camaria, both trying to close in from the back of the field with an eighth of a mile to go. It's Liberty Kitten who strides to a clear lead. Back to second is Moon Over Paris, then Bygone Days, Camaria, and Regan's Odyssey. To the wire, Liberty Kitten gets it done off the layoff by 2.5. Moon Over Paris second. Camaria third. Fourth was Bygone Days, then Regan's Odyssey and My Country at 130 and 4. Favorite wins today's fourth race. Number 3, Liberty Kitten home first under Javier Castellano for trainer Todd Pletcher and Mathis Stable. 2 Moon Over Paris second, 4 Camaria third. To the fifth race at a mile over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. Scratch the 7 Mechanics Finest. The favorite was the 8 Ender's Cat. And they're off. From the outside, Ender's Cat is centaured by Alvarez, trying to get the lead today from Always Dude, who comes away in the top flight. Down at the inside, Econo alongside Lemon Royal. Then Dreamin' of DeWild and Sandbrook Edge, and Grandabario is last as they run out of the chute. Up front, they're 3 across the course. Jockey Jose Ortiz, he wants Lemon Royal into the race in the worst way, and he'll push him through between horses to put ahead in front. Ender's Cat is 3 wide, Always Dude at the inside, and these 3 move well clear of the others through a 24-second opening quarter. Back 4th is Icono, back 5th is Dreamin' of the Wild, then Grandabario, and stretch runner Sambrook Edge is last of all as they race to the half-mile pole. Always Dude and Luis Saez have inside position and the lead. Moving up on the outside, Ender's Cat is clearly into second. Back to third is Lemon Royal. The opening half mile was wicked, 45 and 4. Stretch of 4. Racing on from 4th is Icono. Then Dreamin' of the Wild and Grandabario. Nothing yet from Sambrook Edge. He's a long way behind. Better than 10 or 12 lengths off the lead as they run to the top of the stretch. 5/16 to go. Ender's Cat now puts away Always Dude. Lemon Royal is third. Icono running on a bit from 4th. The rest really have a lot to do with less than a quarter of a mile to do it. They turn in. Up front, the leader Ender's Cat off the corner on a 2-length lead. The danger appears to be Icono. He's running on into second. Up the inside in Sambrook Edge, but Ender's Cat on the major class drop is just too good, and Ender's Cat moving away. It'll be Ender's Cat under Jose Alvarez for trainer Aubrey Mirage, in front by 4 in the end. Sambrook Edge from far back to get second. Icono was third, then Always Dude and Lemon Royal in 1:36 and 3. Ender's Cat gets the job done in today's 5th race under Jose Alvarez for trainer Aubrey Mirage and owners Riccio Jacobson and Ray Don Inc. 5 Sambrook Edge from far back to second, 1 Icono third. Early pick 5, $293.70. We'll take a brief timeout. When we come back, the Rainbow Six sequence right after this.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded in 1999 by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, now based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success. From the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park, Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Saturday, April 1st, witness the country's best 3-year-olds face off in the Grade 1 ExpressBet.com Florida Derby. An epic day of thoroughbred racing. The crowning event of the championship meet. Over $2.5 million on the line. It all comes down to this. The Grade 1 ExpressBet.com Florida Derby. Only at Gulfstream Park. Derby champions start here. Saturday, April 1st, the ExpressBet.com Florida Derby. First race, 12 p.m. Welcome to your playground, Gulfstream Park.
They're up. Call to Honor from the outside. Down at the inside, Dreaming of Nino will race from second. Bulldozer taken in hand to be last as Bar Down moves into third. So down the backstretch they go. Dreaming of Nino did not get a hassle-free lead. He's pushed along by Call to Honor in the 2-path. 2 back to Bar Down, who gets a good spot from third, and Bulldozer will have at least some pace to chase. 4th and last with half a mile to go. Up front, the 2-5 favorite, Dreaming of Nino, leads through the opening quarter and a sharp 21 and 4. Up on the outside, that's Call to Honor from second. 2 back to Bar Down third, and Bulldozer now being asked to quicken as he tries to get to the heavy favorite. Up front at the 5/16, the leader, Dreaming of Nino, by a neck. Call to Honor put to pressure second. Bar Down tries to rally from third while 3 wide. Then Bulldozer with a quarter of a mile to go. The opening half mile fast, 44 flat. Paco Lopez asking Dreaming of Nino for more. Call to Honor's not going away. Up on the outside and Bar Down from third. There's an 1/8 of a mile to go, and Call to Honor is put ahead in front. Dreaming of Nino boxing on. Bar Down on the outside. Call to Honor has the lead. Dreaming of Nino has been defeated by Call to Honor. Dreaming of Nino second, Bar Down third, then Bulldozer in 109 and 2. And they're off. Good start out wide for Tarpey Zapper. Here's the Sun Wind moving up the challenge. Force is away in the top flight. A Vast Matey has speed from down toward the rail. Then it's Grand Nene with Scam, and taken back to last is Tone Daddy as they line up front. The Sun Wind has company. Racing up on the outside, Tarpey Zapper. Narrow Escape is in the top flight, and behind the speed fourth of Vast Matey, followed by Force and Grand Nene working 2 in front of Scam, who's 3 better than Tone Daddy, who's last. The opening quarter, a contested 22 and 3. The Sun Wind maintains a narrow lead, but Tarpey Zapper is up to challenge. Racing from third, it's a Vast Matey. Then to the outside goes Narrow Escape. 3 wide and Grand Nene. Running on a bit of Scam, getting around Force, and 6 to Tone Daddy. 3/8 of a mile away. The top 2 in the wagering go at it, with Tarpey Zapper on the outside, forging to a narrow lead. The Sun Wind is back to second, while hard ridden. A Vast Matey has an upset shot from third. Running on from the back is Scam, up the inside in Force with 1/4 of a mile to go. Corey Lannery shakes up Tarpey Zapper, who moves away off the corner with a 3-length lead. A Vast Matey trying to take up the slack second down inside the Sun Wind. Then Force out wide Scam with Grand Nene, but this one's over. Welcome back to the races, Tarpey Zapper. He's pulling clear with authority inside the 16th pole. Tarpey Zapper, an easy winner. He won it by 5. Second is a Vast Matey, very close for third. Grand Nene surging at the Sun Wind, followed by Scam in 1:21 and 3. They're off. Picture perfect beginning. Lining up for the lead here from the center, Diddley puts ahead in front. Here's Summer Scamp from the inside. Little John W. from the far outside is trying to get over, with Red at Last away in the top flight as they run into the first turn. From behind the speed, Race Tempter and Jacala, situated about 3.5 lengths behind, working 2 better than Pasta Giovanni. Second last is Grant Me Peace, and it's about 3 to Flemish Cap, who's last of all as they run into the backstretch. They went 24 and 2 for the opening quarter, and up front it's Diddley and Jose Ortiz tugging with the lead. Pushed along in the 2-path by Little John W. Summer Scamp is third. On hold fourth is Red at Last for Nick Juarez, in range, only about 3 lengths behind. Down at the inside goes Tempter ahead of Jacala. Then it's a stretch of another 3 to Pasta Giovanni. Out of last goes Flemish Cap, and now trailing is Grant Me Peace. They move into the far turn now through the opening half mile in 48 seconds flat. Up on the outside, Little John W. turns up the pressure on the leader Diddley. From third, Summer Scamp, then Red at Last. Moving up on the far outside is Jacala. Tempter awaits racing room as they run to the top of the stretch. Little John W. and on the inside Diddley. They fight to hold it. Over the top, here's the run from Jacala coming after the leaders. Summer Scamp is off cover and punches between horses. 1/8 of a mile to go. Things getting tight. Jacala now up for a short lead. In between them, it's Silver Scamp as Jacala shifts ground. Late run from Pasta Giovanni, and then Tempter to the finish. Jacala in front. Second, Summer Scamp. Third, Pasta Giovanni. Then Tempter and Little John W. in 1:30 and 3. And they're off. Level beginning. Picture perfect beginning, in fact. From the far outside, Spice Lady moving at the inside. Florida Fabulous to show speed. Elizaner's not far away. And also moving up is Silver Threads. The only one who didn't want part of the early lead is Teresa Z. Tampa Invader last of all as they exit the 1-mile chute. Pace appears to be pretty swift, and down inside, Florida Fabulous has the lead by a neck through a very sharp quarter of 22 and 4. Silver Threads on the outside is second. Elizaner is third. Already gets a crack on the shoulder to quicken up. Spice Lady is in range for Johnny V, racing fourth, 2.5 lengths behind. And Teresa Z will have to do her best running later. She's last of the 5 as Florida Fabulous and Paco Lopez have the lead. Florida Fabulous passed the half-mile pole after the opening half in a wicked 44 and 3. And Florida Fabulous going awfully fast here, leads it by a length and a half. Silver Threads is an all-in second. Spice Lady on the outside third. Teresa Z's had a ton of pace to chase and is racing fourth down toward the inside. Ellie Zonner plummets to fifth and last with a quarter of a mile to go. Paco doing the patented look over his shoulder move. He's at the quarter pole with the lead. He has Florida Fabulous a length to the good here. Spice Lady fully driven, not gaining. Teresa Z and Silver Threads are next after 3 quarters in 1:08 and 2. Racehorse time to say the least. Florida Fabulous shaking up for the drive, and she has something in the tank. Florida Fabulous, a filly with a nice future ahead of her, and she's moving clear to win the Friday feature as much as she wants. Florida Fabulous by 3.5. Teresa Z gets second, Silver Threads third, Spice Lady fourth in 135 flat.
Crossing the finish line for the last time can mean an uncertain future for many horses. Recognizing the need for a dignified retirement, the racing industry has made racehorse aftercare a top priority. In partnership with Gulfstream Park and the Florida Horsemen's Association, Florida Track provides retraining and adoption services for retired racehorses. Thanks to their efforts, the end of a racing career can signal the beginning of a new career in show jumping, trail riding, police work, even therapy for children and veterans. However, good intentions do not come without cost. As a nonprofit organization, Florida Track relies on tax-deductible donations and volunteers to help pay for feed, training, housing, and veterinary care. To find out how you can help, contact Florida Track today. Your support will go a long way towards a new beginning.
And they're off. Another picture-perfect beginning. From the center, Shot Jack springs out to head for the lead, and Shot Jack has cleared after the first 50 yards. Down on the inside, it's Bobby's Lucky 7, Money Market away in the top flight, Zukov on the outside, followed by Verga, then Bonnie Boy Hunter and Woodburn, and last of all is Discreet Manor. They make their way to the half-mile pole. 2-1 co-favorite. Shot Jack at the half-mile pole. Leads it by a length and a half. Money Market tightens in second. Bobby's Lucky 7 is third. Stretch of 3. Zukov has dropped off the mark fourth. Down inside it's Verga, followed by Bonnie Boy Hunter and Woodburn, and then Discreet Manor. 5/16 to go. Shot Jack has the lead. Money Market getting serious from second. The comebacker, Bobby's Lucky 7. He still has a shot from third. Stretch of 3.5 lengths back to the inside. Verga. Bonnie Boy Hunter the Gray trying to find some place to go after a 45 2 half mile. They straighten for the drive. Money Market puts away Shot Jack. He'll have to deal with Bobby's Lucky 7 on the outside. From the back and Bonnie Boy Hunter, final furlong. Juarez trying to get home Money Market. Bobby's Lucky 7 takes another run at him. Money Market and Bobby's Lucky 7. Bonnie Boy Hunter too late. Here's the line. Bobby's Lucky 7. Give Jose Alvarez 2 on the card. Bobby's Lucky 7 wore down Money Market with third Bonnie Boy Hunter in 111 2. And runners away. From the center, Powerline commences nicely and establishes the lead already from Kitten's Dilemma, who moves up from the top shelf to be a joint second alongside Stay and Cruise. Down inside, Stravinsky's Quest is now fourth, working a length in front of Market Strength. He's racing in fifth behind the speed and about 3.5 off the leader. Then it's a stretch of two to the team of Sweets and Dynamite Kid. Racing second last and toward the rail is Wine Critic, and Nassau Talent is last of the lot as they make their way into the backstretch. The opening quarter was 23-4, and Javier Castellano and Powerline roll into the backstretch on a 2.5 length lead. Stravinsky's Quest, the nearest pursuer, second. Stay and Cruise on the outside, third. Racing from fourth is Kitten's Dilemma ahead of Market Strength in fifth. 2.5 to Sweets, then comes Dynamite Kid. 3 wide is Nassau Talent, and at the inside, Wine Critic. Strung out over about 11 lengths as the run past the half-mile pole, with the opening half-mile complete in 47 flat. Powerline has done all the heavy lifting. He leads it by a length and a half. Into second is Stay and Cruise from third, Stravinsky's Quest. Kitten's Dilemma is asked to quicken a bit. Here's Market Strength, moving up sharply down to the inside, taking over fourth. From the back in Nassau Talent trying to run on as they run to the top of the stretch. Castellano still sitting chilly on Powerline, and he has the lead by 4 now. Up into second is Market Strength, racing with Stay and Cruise. Then comes Kitten's Dilemma, and on the far outside, Nassau Talent. Into the drive, Powerline asked to seal the deal. Shaken up for the drive, but still maintains a clear lead. On the inside, Stay and Cruise battling it out for second with Market Strength and Kitten's Dilemma, but a gate-to-wire win in the Friday finale for Javier Castellano and Powerline. They won it by 4 in the end. Up second, Kitten's Dilemma, Stay and Cruise third, fourth, Market Strength, and Nassau Talent to complete the high five in 140-4.
And that wraps up Friday's card, John. Tomorrow, the Florida Derby, 14 races.
An amazing day. I hope the fans come in and come and watch us. Great racing, great horses. Come on in for an amazing day.
Well, we got over 1.5 million on Friday going into the Rainbow Six. It's going to be quite a day if somebody can bring that big prize down.
Come on in and try to get it. I'll be one try to get it.
Good luck, everybody.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I so